Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio.
If you like pina coladas.
On AM 560, 96.1 FM, and 87.7 FM. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Check it out right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now,
The only man to give death a near Johnny experience. Johnny Harden.
Well, hello, everybody, on a beautiful Friday's Eve, depending on what part of the city you're in. If you're in the part of the city that's, there's a downpour, my goodness, the skies opened up, and I have not seen it rain that hard in this city in a long time, bro. I even sent them a text.
You weren't on the road, were you?
Yeah, I was on the road.
So you had to drive through that?
Yes. That's why I didn't think there was any way I was going to make it. That's why I sent y'all that text, remember?
Didn't have to pull over or anything?
At one point I did, yeah. And I thought that was
Glad you got here safe.
cool because, but anyway, I have to tell y'all something. Thank y'all for, coming in on this beautiful Friday's Eve. Unless, again, you're getting just drenched. Be safe out there. I know there's accidents, and I know that, well, we're in Memphis. And that means most of y'all can't drive. Let's just be real. So be careful out there because if there is a part of town and holy cow is coming down. Now, I did make it in plenty of time, but I really have to say, yesterday I talked about Peter and CJ in the morning. They had me cracking up. Today it was Greg and Eli. Just listening to the glove come on instead of Bibby, and then listening to y'all. That was, by the way, it was a great interview. He was awesome, but it was also hilarious because, I'm wondering what's going on in the, actually here up at the station since I work here. And I love my man, Greg Gaston, but, man, for a minute I thought he sure messed up, didn't he? I'm like, dude, how do you mess up Mike Bibby in the glove? You know what I'm saying? And then, then I find out, and nope, Gabe Kuhn calls up, and instead of Bibby answering, it's Gary Payton. Well, thank you very much, whoever you reached out to, because no matter what, if they couldn't come through, they found somebody, didn't they? That's called winning. Now, we haven't had a bunch of winning. We've had a little golf winning. We've had some UFC winning big. I'm sorry. We have had winning. Thank you, Lee Sterling at Paramount Sports, 3-0 last week in his fights. Now, but y'all do know why I guess I'm a little calm, but yet if you can't tell, there's a little bit of excitement underneath me, like even a little bit of anxiety. Y'all realize what starts today, right? In the nation's capital, Garrett Cole, Max Scherzer, the defending World Series champs. Dr. Fauci's throwing out the first pitch. And then guess what that thing's going to close up with? Do you know? Did you not know that? That's not the only game.
Yeah. We got the, is it Dodgers?
No.
No, not
Dodgers.
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 It's Dodgers and Giants?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's Dodgers and Giants. Yes.
West Coast rivalry.
I don't know why I said no. I just wanted to say no because I figured you were going to be wrong.
Why, why would you figure that? I'm always right.
Well, if you were going to guess baseball.
I'm always right.
Yes, that's true. You pretty much
100% of the time.
Even pretty much. I do get usually smoked by you. Yeah. But you know what? It's kind of like what was that dude? I saw a great tweet. Somebody yesterday was bragging about passing a test, and then like a psychiatrist went on there and they said that's like passing, a test that says that you can read or, like you don't have dementia or something. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, wow, I don't know who had the test. I'm not getting anything. But so, yes, I hate to say this, Gabe, but that's kind of like doing the same type of bragging. No offense. No offense to me either. None taken anyway. But I'm very excited because, yes, we don't have one game. And I couldn't get into, Korean baseball? I could not do it. I tried. I couldn't. I don't know why. When you don't know them, when you can't bet, when you don't. There's so many reasons I couldn't get into Korean baseball. It's not even funny. But tonight, yes, the Yankees. Do y'all realize at 6 o'clock on ESPN, you have Garrett Cole. That's right. The new Yankee $300 million man By the way, speaking of rich, did you see that 12-year? We'll talk about it later, but 12 years? You talked about a 10-year contract being long. 12 years? Mookie, Mookie, Mookie. What was it, $365 million?
That is the number.
Wow. It's a lot of dollars, don't get me wrong. Again, 12 years. I think they added like 4 years because of COVID-19. Like, don't you? Like, also, I think they got him because of COVID-19 because the money's on the table. I think he would have entered free agency. Heck, who knows? Going back to Boston possibly. You know what I mean? But nope, he's locked up with the Dodgers. But I bring up baseball because, yes, you understand what I'm trying to say. It is baseball. Like, it really is happening. And do y'all remember Buster Olney? I read him every day. I got to where his Dr. Doom, he said basically call him Dr. Doom.
So, question, right? We have opening day.
Yep.
Where are the Blue Jays going to play?
We still don't know, by the way.
Now,
so
what we said yesterday
games.
about PNC Park, various reports confirm that, but apparently not.
Nope,
apparently, Pittsburgh has said no.
Well, you know what all turned it off, don't you? I told you it was those 7 damn dates for some reason. Like, they get in a room, and you know what happens?
But,
you know what happens? I'm going to tell you what happens, Gabe. You have a bunch of people who have A-type personalities who get in a room together, and they try to work out a deal. And then one dude with an A-type personality tells the other person what he's going to do. And then that person looks back and says, no, I don't think so. We're doing this because we're paying you. Well, no, it's our home park. Well, we're paying you. Well, it's our home park. Well, we're paying you. No, bleep you. No, bleep you. Oh, you ain't got a place to play. Out. And that's it.
They have a place to play, but I've also thought it was really weird the fact that the Blue Jays were set on playing in a major league ballpark.
Yes,
you're not
it's
having
empty.
fans. It doesn't matter.
Well, we have cardboard cutouts right now. We have 2 things I'm going to bring up later on. I'll bring them up in Hardwood. Isaac Simpson is going to join us at 2:30. We're going to talk lots of baseball today. But I want to ask y'all what's better. Some teams are selling cardboard cutouts of themselves, like the actual person. And you also, that means you get to keep your seat and you get next year's season tickets. You go ahead and pay for them this year, yada, 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 yada. Or have you seen the electronic boos and cheers? You get next year's season tickets. You also get an app that you can pump volume inside the stadium, booing and cheering higher and lower depending on what's going on in the ball game. Do you like the cardboard cutout of the fan or giving an app where you can boo and cheer during
I
a
think
game?
the app's really goofy. I'll
do
say
you?
that much. But also, the cardboard cutouts are good. Who cares? I don't care. I mean, you need to pump in some crowd noise, I think.
Dude, the
because I
cardboard
did
cutout
listen.
could be fun, actually, if they didn't actually have people. If you started, like the dude who made the cardboard cutout started doing jokes, you know what I mean? You could make some funny stuff.
I was watching, I think it was the Yankees-Mets game, and, I feel bad for the broadcasters, right? The broadcasters are going to have a tough time with how quiet it is. They need to pump some noise in.
By the way, that's also another thing. I didn't even think about this. I'm sure, Greg and Eli, when they talk with Mike Claiborne of the Cardinals or Chris Raby or Mike Shannon, anybody over there, because they're friends of their program quite often. And yes, I agree with everything you just said. Like, baseball is one of the greatest games to broadcast because, one, I love the game of baseball, but also, as a broadcaster, you can literally go silent and let the crowd noise and the atmosphere and just what's going on in a certain moment, it can be felt and heard through. I mean, you got the mic hanging over the thing. Anyway, point is, it's a beautiful thing, and now it's an empty stadium, and I don't know how you just go quiet. In fact, I think, the whole time you have to talk. But I have to say one thing before I get into anything else, and it's the leadoff, and it's coming in 32 seconds. I didn't bring this up. I'm going to talk about it later, but can I ask you a question? Did you see Rob Fisher's back home run response to me? Because you probably didn't pay much attention, but did you see the dude who hit a 600-foot home run?
I saw they measured it at 600. It was 680. I don't buy that.
It was the dude. Have you seen it?
It was a bomb, but
It
that's
was a bomb. Tell me something. There's no way that ball is legal. If that ball or his bat,
That's what I'm trying to say. Do you really think it was Foley 680, or do you think that's just like a measurement issue? It was the ball tracker technology that they have.
I think ball tracker got broke once it went over like 500 feet. Like literally, it went 500 feet. Like I can see you hit a 500-foot home run. 680. Bo Jackson yoked breaking bats on his knees didn't do that. But man, we're speaking of baseball. We got 2 baseball games tonight, starting off in the nation's capital. But I'm all ready to start things off with my good buddy Gabe Kuhn at G_Kuhn71. I'm in the leadoff.
I know you're hype. I know you're hype, man.
I'm trying to stay
Are you
calm.
like okay?
Can you not tell?
After the show, we're gonna probably have you bouncing off the walls.
I was gonna say I didn't want to come in here and like people be like, "Damn, dude was speaking like 90 miles an hour. He was so hyped." Like, calm down, John.
All right. Well, let's start with the MLB opening day,
Keep
and
me
I want some predictions. That's what I want out of you.
Only
I know
one
you
game
have
I
some.
bet.
I need divisional winners, and I need a champion. So let's start with the AL.
All right. Are you talking about like literally? Okay. First and foremost,
Who wins the divisions, and then who wins
Okay. No.
the championship?
Like, are we talking?
Who wins the World Series?
Are we having anything to do with gambling lines? Is basically
No,
what I'm trying.
I'm
to
not
get
worried
at.
about gambling lines. Give me your division winners and your World Series winner.
Very, 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 very easy and very, very good question. But I'm going to ask you one other thing. Starting off with the World Series, can you answer one thing for me? In 67129, while I'm trying to get to this, will y'all do me a huge favor and tell me which one you like better? Because I'm going to tell you right now, Yankees and Dodgers is just very easy on World Series. But what lineup's better? Mookie Betts, Max Muncy, Justin Turner, Cody Bellinger, Corey Seager, A.J. Pollock, Jock Peterson, Will Smith, and Chris Taylor, or DJ LeMahieu, Aaron Judge, Gleyber Torres, Giancarlo Stanton, Aaron Hicks, Gary Dirty Sanchez, your buddy Luke Voigt, Brett Gardner, or Giovanni Ursula? Which one do you think's better?
You tell me.
Dang,
You're the one making predictions today.
Oh man, this one's you had to make it hard on me, didn't you? Thought you loved me, man. All right, here we go. We're gonna do the easiest one. We're gonna go with the East in the American League. We're gonna start in the AL. And if you don't go with the Yankees, I hate to say this, I saw people pick Tampa Bay because they have a cute pitching staff. I know it's a shortened season. This is the Yankees, bro. They didn't go get Garrett Cole and James. They also have James Paxton, by the way. Their bullpen is still loaded. Yankees. Central, bro. If you're a believer, I'm a believer. Shane Justin, a.k.a. Bieber, is as good as Mike Clevenger, and that's as good as a 1-2 punch in the entire division. Detroit is not any good. The Twins, yes, they have Jose Barrios. They have a great young lineup, but I also feel that this is just things won't go right for them. I just have a funky feeling that Francisco Lindor, the fact that they get to face the White Sox, the Royals, and Detroit so much, and I know Minnesota does too, but Cleveland owned them more the last few years than Minnesota did. I'm going with the Indians. And then in the West, like, it seems so obvious to take the Astros. But did you see how many times they got plunked just yesterday? And I don't like the Astros, but they're damn good, you know? I mean, Alex Bregman, Carlos Correa, Jose Altuve, I can talk all damn day about the talent. But do you know who I think's going to pull this one out? The Oakland Athletics. I like the A's, baby. I like the team they put together. I like their staff. I like their bullpen. The fact that you got dudes that have to face 3 batters this year, and they're also actually controlled dudes, I think it's going to help out Oakland. I think they squeeze out and
So
sneak
Yankees, Indians, Oakland,
out. Yes, sir.
A's.
Mm-hmm. And
In the AL.
In the AL. In the National League, we're going with the Atlanta Braves. I've already been telling you. I don't care about Nick Markakis or Yasiel Puig. I care that Freddie Freeman has a second chance on life. I care that Ronald Acuna might be the best player in baseball that nobody even knows, other than Mike Trout or maybe Mookie Betts. Acuna's right up there in the discussion. The young man is going to be great. Plus, you have Ozzie Albies, mixture of vets, a mixture of youth. Their biggest weakness last year was their bullpen. Luke Jackson was their closer. Guess what Luke is now? He's the sixth inning guy. You got Melanson, you got Green, you got so many dudes in the bullpen. You're a mean Dame Braves machine. I love the Braves. Coming out of the National Leagues. Sorry, Nationals, I know you're on TV tonight, but this year is for the Braves. Heck, they won it last year. You were a wild card. Central, you're going to really think I'm on drugs when I tell you this. I can't even believe I'm going to say this. Do you know what? All right, first and foremost, you know it's a new year, right?
I do.
Okay, so you know it's going to be a little bit different, right?
I do.
Okay, I got a question for you. Do you know basically the Cincinnati Reds in any way at all?
I do.
All right. Joey Votto, most underrated probably first baseman anybody's ever seen. Did you know they added Mike Moustakas?
I do.
And do you know their third baseman, a guy that nobody talks about, Eugenio Suarez, the one of the most powerful dude? I think what he hit 49 bombs last year. 49, I think. Pretty sure he hit.
I'll
49.
check on that.
I'm almost sure. In fact, I think he hit. I think he was one under 50. I was rooting for him to get to 50. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But check. They got Suarez. They got guys, again, that I think can hit the absolute hell out of the baseball. But then they also have things that I think are important this year. A lot of people are going to laugh. I think Sonny Gray coming over is huge. I think Castillo. And I think, oh, yeah, I know he's a mental lunatic, but the dude throws damn strikes. Trevor Bauer. I can't believe I'm saying this. Yes, I love you Cubs fans. I love you Brewers fans. Especially I love you Cardinals fans and my Redbirds. Don't really care about Pittsburgh, but I'm telling you, I think Cincinnati steals this one in the shortened season. And then out west, it's all Dodgers all damn day. I love Nolan Arenado. I like what San Diego's doing with Manny Machado. But let's just get real. It's Dodgers World Series or bust this year for them. They're coming out the West. They start out tonight, I think, with a big W over San Francisco.
Now, I know it's hard to pick one, but pick one. Give me your World Series winner.
The winner, I'm going to have to say, it's going to be a weird year. I'm going to say in a weird bleeping year, I'm going to go off the beaten path. Everybody says Yankees. Or, in fact, I was going to ask you, Yankees or Dodgers, because they're the two favorites, the exact same favorite. Which one would you pick? And I was going to tell you about the teams. I'm not going with them. I don't know what it is. I think something's going to be cooking in Atlanta this year. I like it. I don't know why. I just have a weird feeling. They won the division last year. They're young. They're ahead of schedule. And in a shortened season, I could see them coming out. And again, Cole Hamels is their damn 4. You know what I mean? Their starting staff and their bullpen are dope. And then again, veterans mixed with young guys that are, I just think it's going to be a great clubhouse. Brian, you're going to love this team. Go Braves.
Understood. Wow. That's way off the beaten path.
Thank you.
I'll give you credit for that one. Sleeper. Now, Mookie Betts agreed to a 12-year, $365 million contract with the Dodgers. We figured the Dodgers would do something like it. Yesterday, we're talking about 10 years, and we thought that was a lot. What are your thoughts on this contract?
You know what? I think this is called the COVID contract. Mike Trout set a bar. Bryce Harper set a bar. Did he make more? Is he getting paid more than Bryce Harper? Yes, he is. Listen, this is... I honestly don't think he was going to re-sign out west with the Dodgers. I mean, this is... By the way, just also wanted to mention, do you know when Mookie Betts was drafted?
I don't know the exact year.
No. Do you know he was a 5th-round pick? So
Yeah. Still early.
What I'm saying though is, was it this year? Was it 4 or 5 rounds? So it was 5. So he barely might not even been picked 5th. Maybe taking somebody else. What I'm just saying is, man, shorten this thing from 40 rounds to 5 this season. It's gonna mess things up, especially for college also next year. But anyway, question again because I just got sidebar with.
What do you think about the 12-year, $365 million deal?
I mean, right now, Mookie Betts is if I had to say the best hitter in baseball, not named Mike Trout, Nolan Arenado. Best mixture of glove and, bat, other than Mike Trout as well, I would still go with Nolan Arenado. He's a Golden Glove third baseman. He makes some of the best plays you've ever seen at third base, and he can hit better than anybody, I think, in baseball. I love Nolan Arenado. Mookie Betts, though, I don't know if I like a person more than Mookie. Do you know what he did after he won his first World Series? Took all the food. There's a huge amount of food. Did you hear about it? The dude called up a truck service, paid for it to come out there, put all the food in the truck, and he went out and gave it to all the homeless people. The night he won the World Series, people, Mookie Betts is a different type of person. I think he's going to be great for this Dodgers organization. I think he's going to be great in LA. He has one of the most charismatic smiles you've ever seen. Can you imagine how many Betts jerseys are going to be sold at Dodger Stadium? He's going to be a superstar out there in LA. I think the 12 years, $365 million, that's a lot of damn money. But for a 27-year-old to sign a 12-year deal, that means he's 39 years old. I guess now because Tom Brady's, 43? Everybody plays till they're old. I don't know. I think you get 7 good years out of Mookie, and the last 5 years of that contract are going to be hell. But you know what? I don't know what it's going to mean. Do you know what I mean? Because who knows how much baseball is worth or how much inflation we've gone through or deflation. I mean, this right now, you have to say one thing. Mookie, you guaranteed yourself $365 million, and you will retire a Dodger. I think it's a win-win. I mean, it gives the Dodgers the best chance they've had in a long time. Now, the problem, like a lot of people don't understand, their best pitcher is Walker Buehler. I got a text, why wouldn't you take the damn Dodgers? They just got Mookie Betts, Max Muncy, Justin Turner, Cody Bellinger, Corey Seager. Because Clayton Kershaw is starting tonight. Outside of that, who do they have? Alex Bleeping Wood, Ross Stripling, Julio Urias, who might be one of the nastiest pitchers in baseball, but has he ever stayed healthy for 30 days in a month, just a month? Maybe February because it's 28th, but not most months with 30. He doesn't make it through the whole month healthy. And then you have Walker Buehler, your best pitcher on the team, period. You're trying to get him ready to play in Game 5. I think that's going to hurt. I don't like the fact that he's coming in late. I just think that this year's Dodgers team, is not going to have the starting pitching. And then Kenley Jensen, I hate to say this because he's actually on one of my fantasy baseball teams. Relief pitchers are really hard. I really think that my man Jansen, honestly, I think he's going the wrong way. Do you know what I mean by that? His career has peaked. Once you hit that peak, he's 32 years old, people. He's been a closer for a long damn time. Health-wise, I hope that cutter is, it never was Mariano Rivera's, but when he was at his best, he was at his best. He sure wasn't his best last year, and I don't know how he's doing, right now because, he's coming in late again. So if all that's going to depend on this bullpen, I just see way too many damn holes in the pitching staff, and we also know about Kershaw in the postseason. Now, we do know they cheated, but we still know that's got to be in his head mentally. Whatever you do, don't you dare look at the dial. Don't think about touching it. Thank my good buddy Chad Gatlin at MemphisFarmers.com. This is Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Listen online anywhere, anytime at sports56whbq.com.
At First Bank Mortgage, their core purpose is to help you get to a better place. That better place may be a lower monthly payment, that vacation you thought was impossible, or getting into a home with a fenced backyard where your kids can play. To get into your better place, First Bank Mortgage makes decisions right here at home. Dedicated to helping you get to your better place, First Bank Mortgage. Call Daniel Mooney at 901-462-0145 today. NMLS 741022. Equal housing lender.
Hello?
Hello,
Mrs. Kuntz. It's the back left tire of your RV calling. Wanted to give you a heads up that I'm going to blow out on the highway later today.
Wait, what?
Says here I'm going to burst in the middle of rush hour.
Well, can we reschedule?
Sorry, our policy states that once we're scheduled to burst, we have to. We really pride ourselves on our commitment to blowouts.
RV owners can't schedule when things go wrong on the road. That's why there's Progressive, a leader in RV insurance.
You want a text confirmation when I burst?
Think I'll notice.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
There's a new commissary in town. In Collierville, Germantown Commissary is doubling. Yeah, they're still going to have the old Germantown Commissary by the tracks, but now there's a huge new Germantown Commissary in Collierville at Poplar and Houston Levee Road. It's huge, too. There's a drive-through. There's plenty of parking. No telephone pole to get in your way. A cool patio. It's right by the track, so the tradition continues. And this is a tradition that's been around forever. That commissary is famous for hickory-smoked, slow-cooked Memphis-style barbecue. They've got a private party room at the new one in Collierville. Self-catering still continues. Party packs for $5.95. Basically, the great ribs, the great pulled shoulder, the great deviled eggs. Everything is there in Collierville and Germantown now. So there is now a Germantown and Collierville style of barbecue. It's called Germantown Commissary.
Welcome to Triumph Auto Sales, where you'll have a great car buying experience. Triumph Auto Sales is your #1 source of quality pre-owned vehicles ranging from lease returns to new car trades, all at huge savings. Plus, Triumph has a full array of financing options to meet your needs. Find your next car online at triumphautosales.com or stop in today at 4875 Elmore Road. Triumph Auto Sales will help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need and the service you deserve. For a great car and a great experience from a local and family-owned business, visit Triumph Auto Sales.
Hi, this is Rob Brown. Join Pete Cordelli and me for Sidelines Saturday mornings, 8 to 10 a.m. on Sports 56, 87.7, and 96.1 FM. We'll cover the Memphis Tigers, the SEC, recruiting. Hey, if they keep score, we're covering it. Check us out on the website at sports56whbq.com and sidelines.live. Sidelines is brought to you by Duncan Williams Asset Management. Saturday mornings, 8 to 10 a.m. Get up and give us a call.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio.
Kick it over here.
This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Thick and thin, I'm your pusher man. I'm your pusher man.
Welcome into a little Sports 56 happy hour. I am just so happy to be here. It's Johnny Radio. Y'all know me. You know my good friend Gabe Kuhn. Follow us on Twitter at G for Mr. Gabe _KUHN 71. That's right. My man 71. Why is that special? Because that was his number when he played in Memphis. Man, come on now. Gabe Kuhn. Now, John is just at Johnny _radio. I like underscore. And why am I special? The short bus. Don't forget that, son. They told us every morning we were special. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. And I do hope that y'all are having an unbelievable Thursday. If you can't tell, I'm trying to stay in the seat. I'm trying not to go absolutely bananas. We got our 13-run team. Do you know what that is, by the way?
I got excluded from all that fun.
Oh, have you ever heard of it, though?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so I got the 13-run league. I'm in 2 major fantasy leagues, and one of them I've been waiting to get in for years. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is fantasy fan tracks, fan prospects, the best of the best of the best in this baseball world. Like, you don't get in this one. You get invited. And if you ever get invited, you just say, thank you. I've been for like 7 years sending emails like, hey, just want y'all, because you can't just like, hey, got an extra seat yet? And by the way, it's one of the
You were on a wait list, basically.
Yes, I've been on a waiting list, you could say. Yeah, I knew I was on a waiting list.
For you, it was like trying to get into a good, prestigious university.
Or me, like, trying to get into Hugh Hefner's place when he was still alive.
Okay.
That's how I look at it. Like, something important. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. A normal person that's listening, trying to get into a university. I like that, Gabe. I like that. That's why I always have this guy right here. Give him a follow at G_Coon71. Don't forget, we got his brother tomorrow, and Isaac Simpson is joining us today at 2:30. Hardwood will be at 2 o'clock. Do you want to tease him a little bit with maybe a little something you heard that's going to be talked about during Hardwood?
I think a lot of people are very familiar with what is going on with Mike Tyson. He's been sort of coming back for a while. I will just say we will have some action.
We have a lot of action during
and
that.
When I tell you what this action will entail, I think you guys will fall out of your seat.
I think they will fall out of their seats for both reasons, because I think both stories, because it's almost like, well, it's actually a 3-for-1, isn't it? Like, because, well, there's
2-for-1.
I feel like it's a 3 because of one of the people is not a. Anyway, you'll understand why. I don't want to give too much away. Now, I am going to answer the text line before I get into a couple other things, and I do want to remind you again, today is baseball. I am so deadgum excited. I know that y'all can tell. I want you to hit me up at 67129. Woo! By the way, I will hit some more of that, but sorry. I need to read this sometimes before I go back on air and my things. But I did also want to remind a few things before I get into it. Like, there are actually important things you would say before we get goofy.
Well, I mean, important. I think also, though, today, like, one of my favorite stories of the day is important yet funny.
Okay. Well,
the Redskins, the former Redskins.
Dude, great minds think alike.
Now,
I can't believe you were going there.
As of today, Dan Snyder, owner of the Washington football team.
By the way, what's their name?
Their new nickname is the Washington Football Team. It's temporary. It's temporary.
They're going
but
out.
They're the Washington Football Team. That's
Did you
it.
see their jerseys?
They just have a number on their helmet.
Yeah, they just got a number on their helmet. Again, I listened to you talk with Greg and Eli on 56 Middays today.
I said I might buy some
and
apparel.
You said you might buy some because of a collector's item, and I actually thought to myself, dadgummit, Gabe, that was actually a pretty damn good thought, but I would have kept it to myself and told me during the break. We just told everybody.
Yeah. But then again, the question becomes like with that team, with the Washington Football Team, do we really have to say that all year? I have to say,
wow.
Yeah, the Washington Football Team is squaring off against the New York Giants. Like, I have to do that every single time I bring them up.
Can I just ask you one other thing?
What if I talk about them in past tense? Can I say Redskins?
Yes, you can.
In past tense?
Yes, you can. You sure can, and I will too. But listen, let me also remind you of one thing. I did say very early on, and I told you this, that there is some pressure coming from somewhere that we are not seeing. You thought I was crazy. Texters thought I was I think you even asked if I was a conspiracy theorist or whatever, because I told you how Daniel Snyder said he would never change the name. I told you all these, statistical facts that were in the Washington damn Post the day I read it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, about how they went and interviewed all these I hate even saying that word. These Indians, actual Indians on, Cherokee, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Navajo, Seminoles. They went and they talked to all kinds of different tribes. And I think it was 9 out of 10 didn't care. They did this because they had 15 women in the Washington, or was it with the Times that had that story? And he was trying to do anything to get a little good press before the man got burnt at the stake. Now, I just have to say, I told you so. Pat myself back on the back again. Now, I'm also going to tell you all this. I laughed harder than anything. Would you leave the bubble for chicken wings?
What kind of chicken? See, you can't ask me. I'm big. You can't ask me that. I'm a hungry fella, man. What kind of chicken wings?
You are, oh my God, you are killing me, dude. So do you know about what happened with my man, the Kings? Why he left, Mr. You don't even know what I'm talking about, do you?
I'm lost, man. Is it
Mr.
Did this
Holmes,
break this morning?
Rayshawn
Holmes.
Rayshawn Holmes.
Yeah.
I could not think.
I didn't know it was chicken
first.
wings.
I did not know.
I didn't know it was
name.
chicken
Thank
wings.
you
Okay,
so
so this isn't new.
I was like, because I thought you were going to say John. I was like, dead gummit. That's the only thing that kept popping in my head. To see what I'm saying? That's why I knew that I was right with 49 home runs. Because if I tell you I remember something, I remember it. But when I'm a little bit lost, and for some reason when I see the name Holmes, sorry, Rayshawn is not the first one that I think of.
Where do you get chicken wings from? Did they even divulge that?
All right, well, so this is the whole thing. And by the way, for all y'all out there who are wondering what the bleep I'm talking about, people are wondering what happened because, we've had people leave the NBA bubble. By the way, congratulations. Do you know that the bubble has done such a great job? How many positive COVID-19 tests have they had in the past week?
I believe the number is 0.
That
Zilch.
is exactly correct. By the way, do you know they said that when man became actually smart, he learned the number 0. So 0 positive test. Man smart again. Bubble working. But my man, Rayshawn Holmes, he's on a 10-day quarantine in Orlando right now. He ain't enjoying himself like everybody else. You know why? Because he didn't realize that he couldn't leave to go get wings and come back. And they said, literally, he's walking back with his wings all chilling, and his bracelet starts beeping, and it won't let him in the door or whatever, and tell him great immediately to the medical place. He's like, what the hell's going on? I just left 10 minutes ago. I was just here. So, my man, yes, he likes chicken wings. But can I tell you a secret, though? Who doesn't like chicken wings?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, man.
Dude,
you started this by asking the question, would I leave the bubble for chicken wings, man?
Oh, they are very good. And by the way, do you know who has the best chicken wings, surprisingly, in the entire city? I bet you I shock you with this one. I don't even know. I never had them until Peter Edmondson told me about them.
I'm going to go ahead and, based off your tone right now, say Central Barbecue.
Dude, you are so in fuego. I got to mention 2 things about Central Barbecue. One text. Johnny, you didn't lie when you said Central Barbecue's banana pudding rocks. Just tried it for the first time. Dude, I'm telling you, man, it's the only word I can think of is orgasmic. It is the greatest of the great. What is better than that? I can't think. That's it. That's the pinnacle, isn't it? That's like the Infinity's huge. Googleplex, whatever. Nothing's better than that banana pudding. Why do I eat it every Friday and Saturday? And eventually, I'll probably.
And you always have to say sorry, Meemaw, right?
Yeah, dude.
Say sorry.
My grandmother doesn't understand it because I do love her banana pudding, and I love it so much. And yes, I take a whole plate home every time, and she thinks I'm kind of selfish because I basically when I go over there, I'm take half of that sucker, put it in my own tub. I'm like, this is going home with me. You know what I'm saying? I love her banana pudding. But this barbecue, I know it's a barbecue joint. It's the best banana pudding I've ever had. I don't know what kind of, it's got banana, I think it's banana nut bread or something's in that joint. You think I would know everything about it because I eat it every single Saturday and Sunday. But a quart, that's a perfect man's breakfast for a Saturday and a Sunday, by the way. And especially now that we got baseball. And I'm telling you, with baseball going on, be cool to with your family tonight. You got 4 locations. The new one on Poplar. You got downtown. You got Central. You got Summer. You got all these unbelievable places to go to Central Barbecue. And guess what? You can watch 2 baseball games, sit back, relax, eat some wings, get you a sausage cheese plate for the family, or maybe if you're having friends over, social distance, whatever. But I'm telling you, man, from the ribs, the pulled pork, the pulled chicken, whatever meat floats your boat, smoke is their sauce, and it is by far the best in the whole world. But again, just like the texter, just like I always say, save some dead gum room for the banana pudding. And again, if you're in the bubble, you can't go to Central Barbecue, but you can go to eatcbq.com. And if y'all want to, you can ship their barbecue at eatcbq.com anywhere in the world. Should we ship some to the bubble for our man, Mr. Holmes, for Rayshawn?
It might actually be a good thing to do, so he doesn't break bubble to get some chicken wings.
You didn't.
We get him some good chicken wings without him leaving the bubble.
I just realized you had no idea what the bleep I was talking about.
No. I knew Rayshawn Holmes broke the bubble and had to quarantine, but I didn't know it was for chicken wings.
Yeah, it was for chicken wings. By the way, I do have to admit also though, his mom was pretty cool. She tweeted out, You don't leave the bubble for no reason unless it's home cooking and I ain't in Florida. I laughed so hard. I think CJ or Peter mentioned that on mornings, and I went and looked it up and laughed even more. But now I got to tell you something. It's about time for me to take another break. But before I do, I want to remind you all of this. It is day 1 of 66 days. This is day 1. We're going to get 60 games in. Keep your fingers crossed. Starting out in the nation's capital. We're ending up on the West Coast. We get to see Garrett Cole. We get to see my man, Mad Max. By the way, are you a Max Scherzer fan? Like, do you like him?
Absolutely. And he's from the hometown. Actually went to school probably about 10 minutes away from where I went.
So you knew that.
And he went to Parkway Central, and they're in St. Louis. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of Max Scherzer. 2 different colored eyes. Fantastic pitcher.
Mm-hmm. What do they call that, by the way?
I have no idea. I think there's obviously a medical term for it.
I mean, who cares about the medical term? I'm wolf eyes. No, I think it's actually there is a medical term, and I actually know it, and I think I mentioned it not too long ago, and for some reason, again, it fell out of my brain because of I still am blaming this on Rashawn Holmes, just like the Kings can blame everything on the
It's
chicken
called heterochromia.
Heterochromia?
Yeah, heterochromia.
Very, very interesting. Maybe I didn't know the name. Because I did not know that one. Now, Johnny Cueto and Clayton Kershaw are closing things out. No, we're not going to see Walker Buehler, Dodgers fans, because Walker is trying to get healthy, maybe in Game 5. And for the Giants, who the heck are they going to be putting on the field? They got no Buster Posey. They have nobody. I mean, like, I'm not kidding. I don't even know right now, and you might even think I'm joking. I am dead serious when I say this. If you ask me the question, how many San Francisco people actually play? I think Brandon Belt left the team, right? Evan Longoria is injured. Who else is on their team? Hunter Pence. I think Hunter Pence is still there. You have that the Yaz kid. Dude, their whole team is gone, man. I feel so bad. And I know it's going to be probably like 300. San Francisco is going to be running out there a G League team. Since we don't have a minor league baseball team, I'm giving it a little basketball reference. It's going to be embarrassing. And I think that the Dodgers and even Clayton Kershaw tonight, they're still going to be awesome. And it's Mookie's first game in a Dodger uniform. Don't you think he's going to get a little Mookie-fied? I sure do. So I think it's going to be Mookie. I was going to say don't touch the first game. Do not touch it. I could see somehow the Nationals with Max Scherzer on the mound. I could see Juan Soto hitting Garrett Cole. And then guess what happened? Did you hear about it? What happened to Juan Soto?
We'll tell them on the other side.
Ooh, don't touch that dial. Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Sports Time on Sports 56 with Wallo and Stats. Weekday afternoons from 3 till 6. Right here on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Frontier Western Store is open and ready to serve you for all your needs in boots, apparel, pet food, and more. Frontier is proud to be a local leader here in the Mid-South when it comes to boots. Stop by the store today for an incredible selection of name brand work and dress boots. Come browse aisles and aisles of top quality boots at everyday low prices in our world famous boot showroom. Dan Post, Rocky, Durango, Twisted X, Georgia, Ariat, and many more. There are so many styles, colors, and fits available, you might need a hand picking out your favorites. Luckily, Frontier's knowledgeable sales staff will cheerfully assist you with any questions you have and ensure the proper fit of your new boots. Frontier also has an amazing selection of jeans and shirts by Wrangler, Ariat, and Carhartt, as well as a fully stocked women's boutique department with thousands of tops and dresses at unbelievable prices. New arrivals often. Frontier Western Store, 5880 Gilman Road in Olive Branch, and on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Family owned and operated since 1967.
I want to invite you to come by the Spirit Shop. You know, that little log cabin on Poplar, your liquor and wine oasis. The Spirit Shop has been providing sports fans their beverage needs since way back in 1969. So come in now and get ready for the big game. Whether your favorite team wins or loses, the Spirit Shop will help you celebrate or ease that pain away. The The Spirit Shop is open every day, and they're located perfectly at 4848 Poplar. That's the corner of Poplar and St. Nick.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Chris Price here for Brian Elder Roofing. The storms we've had over the past several months have been devastating to our communities. The rainy season is ahead. You may have not even noticed the dripping in your attic, water stains throughout your home, or even worse, mold and mildew. Please call Brian Elder Roofing and we will send out our project managers to assess any damage. We will not try to sell you a roof if all you need is a repair. We will measure your roof from outer space. 0% for 60 months, even no payments till 2022 are available with approved credit. If you've noticed missing shingles, water stains, leaks in your roof, call us before you call your insurance company at 867-0303. That's 867-0303, and we will provide a free, thorough inspection of your roof's condition.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Did you know Geico's now offering an extra 15% credit on car and motorcycle policies? That's 15% on top of what Geico could already save you. So what are you waiting for? Your dentist to actually believe you?
And you're flossing every day.
Absolutely.
Great. And you're cutting down on your sweets?
Of course.
Wonderful. Then I don't even need to look in there.
Great. See you in 6 months.
There's never been a better time to switch to Geico. Save an extra 15% when you switch by October 7th. Limitations apply. Visit geico.com for details.
Hey folks, I'm Jarrett Carter. My family recently purchased East Memphis Ace Hardware at Quince and White Station, and we're excited to offer the best selection of Big Green Egg and Traeger grills. And then don't forget about our Benjamin Moore Paint Studio and the Garden Center for flowers. Save 60% with our new Duracell key fob replacement program. We have a master locksmith service as well as glass cutting and screen repair. The East Memphis Ace Hardware, located at Quince and White Station behind Three Little Pigs.
All 75 months at 3.14 APR, G4, LHF 07822, Outlander LUO 28772, Eclipse LZO 16320. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 59875 excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
Drive your ambition with a new ride from Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. 2020 Mitsubishi Mirage G4, $149 a month with 41 MPG highway, or buy for $12,435. 2020 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport is ready for any adventure at $229 a month, or buy for $18,533. And cross over to summer in a 2020 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross. Only $19,147 or $239 per month. And better yet, they're all backed by a stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Mirage G4, $149 a month. Outlander Sport, $229 a month. And Eclipse Cross, $239 a month. Feel safe and confident while shopping at Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike. Or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio.
Kick it over him.
This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Wowzers. Welcome back into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour with your good buddy Johnny Radio, my friend Gabe Kuhn. And we're very happy because it is finally here. It's opening day. I know it's, like, what are we, like 100 and some days past open? Like, like, today's the 23rd, isn't it? What's the day? Today is the 23rd. See,
yes, it is the 23rd.
It's been so long since we've had sports. Sports keep me, by the way, knowing the actual date. Because why else would you know dates? Like, I know September 12th is when Mike Tyson might fight. We'll talk about that soon. I know about, like, dates and stuff. But because we haven't had real sports, I've been struggling. June 23rd. Does that not sound weird? But yes, we were having opening day, shortened season, 60 games in 66 days. I'm fired up, and I hope you are. But I also have some really, let's say, if you put money on, if you took the Yankees, which I would have at first said don't play the first game, I'm kind of scared of it, you're going to be feeling really good because I saw it as low as minus 140. That sucker is going to be going the other way big time because guess who tested positive for COVID-19? Do you know?
Juan Soto.
Holy guacamole. Did y'all
Young
like that
guy.
Yep.
Best player.
Best player. I mean, Turner's good. But, dude, let's be real. Juan
What's he,
Soto,
23 now?
Who, Soto?
Yeah.
Probably.
He's
So is
young,
Turner. Both are really young. But they lost Aroldis Chapman. Bryce Harper went to the Phillies the year before. Zimmerman's not playing because of COVID-19. I'm just going to tell you.
Wow, he's still 21. Unbelievable.
Soto?
Yeah. Still 21.
Dude.
98.
And he was the rookie of the year. And I think he was not. Man, he is sick. Juan Soto, you ain't no joke. Now, speaking of Juan Soto not being a joke, this is no joke, though. He does have COVID-19. What does this mean? Take him out of that Nationals lineup. Can I ask you a question? With Rendon playing for the Joe Madden's new team, if you didn't know, he's not in Chicago, people. He's with, that's right, Mike Trout. And that's exactly where my man Anthony Rendon is, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. And I'll tell you right now, I don't know how they're going to score any runs this year. Like, I feel bad for Max Scherzer. Like, it's going to be, I think, still a good pitching duel. But Garrett Cole, he got paid so much money. If he doesn't come out there and mow this damn lineup down, it's going to be an embarrassment. Like, it's going to be kind of sad because I'm gonna tell you, just think about this. Juan Soto, COVID-19. Their catcher, Wellington Castillo, day-to-day, doesn't say anything else. Could be COVID-19. Who knows? Might not be, but he ain't playing. Victor Robles. Do y'all know who he is? He's their damn center fielder. He ain't playing. Trey Turner's playing. Do you know anybody else? Ryan Zimmerman's not playing. I mean, I want you to realistically, and let's just have a calm, casual conversation, and I want you to ask yourself, if Garrett Cole gives up a run, I almost feel like it's a failure. Like, I'm serious as a heart attack when I'm trying to figure out who they're going to start. In fact, I can go to Washington and look at their team and try and guess and figure out who maybe they're going to throw out there. But, dude, you got Max Scherzer. You got Steven Strasburg. You got Patrick Corbin. You got three great pitchers. And you have, I guess, Eric Thames? Like, dude, right now, Trey Turner.
Even with Juan Soto, is going to be an uphill battle. But without him, it's like you don't even know where run support could possibly come.
And by the way, Trey Turner is going to be batting in the leadoff this year. So you're going to have the best hitter on the team batting leadoff. And then I guess they'll put Thames at like third or fourth. And then they have, well, again, they got rid of Adam Eaton. Victor Robles is injured. Oh, my gosh. And I told you, Starlin Castro's also, he's not. He was supposed to fill in for Anthony Rendon, and he's also back. Dude, this is going to be. I'm gonna tell you right now. If Yankees don't beat the tar out of the Nationals, then there's just something crazy going on, and this 2020 thing is out of control, and it's just we gotten weird. You know what I mean? Tonight should be the easiest play of the year, and it should just be a 2-game parlay because they're both going to be huge lines. Take Yankees, take the Dodgers. 2 favorites to win the World Series. San Francisco don't have a player. Posey's, he's not playing. I mean, they got rid of Mad Bum, right? I mean, San Francisco literally in Washington. I mean, San Francisco has a Nationals lineup, but also has nobody to pitch. Like, Johnny Cueto is the best they got. After that, it's over. I feel bad for San Francisco. Dodgers are going to roll. Mookie Betts is rich, $365 million. But it doesn't matter. On July 23rd, tonight at 6 o'clock on ESPN, baseball's back, baby. Dr. Fauci's throwing out the first pitch. Don't forget, Bubble is working. We're going to have basketball. September, we got sports. And I got to tell you something. Hardenwood's coming up next. Isaac Simpson as well. And we got so much fun stuff to get to. I wouldn't look at the dial. I wouldn't think about it. But, man, if you do, MemphisFarmers.com. This is Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems. Listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-466-9625. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-466-9625.
Great news, sports fans! The Butcher Shop Steakhouse is now open for dine-in service. Make a reservation and enjoy a mouth-watering steak dinner. Or, if you prefer, take it curbside. In addition to their fantastic steaks, the Butcher Shop Steakhouse has a variety of entrees, including Canadian lobster tail, crab stuffed shrimp, hand-seared red snapper, and fresh ground steak burger with portobello mushroom sauce. Planning to cook out? The Butcher Shop Steakhouse offers a great selection of fresh Angus beef, hand-cut steaks and burgers, lamb chops, Atlantic salmon, and more. Make your reservation for dine-in or pre-order for curbside pickup. The Butcher Shop Steakhouse. Dine-in, curbside, and delivery. Plus, enjoy the sizzle of top-quality Butcher Shop steaks on your own grill. Call us at 757-4244 and visit our website, thebutchershop.com, for menus and more. The Butcher Shop Steakhouse, Walnut Grove and Germantown Parkway.
Hello?
Hello, Mrs. Kuntz. It's the back left tire of your RV calling. Wanted to give you a heads up that I'm going to blow out on the highway later today.
Wait, what?
Says here I'm going to burst in the middle of rush hour.
Well, can we reschedule?
Sorry, our policy states that once we're scheduled to burst, we have to. We really pride ourselves on our commitment to blowouts.
RV owners can't schedule when things go wrong on the road. That's why there's Progressive, a leader in RV insurance.
You want a text confirmation when I burst?
Think I'll notice.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
As you get back to business, small things can make a big difference. Like marking safe distances with floor tape and posting reminders to wash hands. As always, Grainger is here to help, offering supplies and solutions for every industry. Free access to product specialists, 24/7 support, safety recovery guides, and more. It's part of our commitment to help you adapt and recover in these challenging times. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Summertime and the living is easy. No more cutting or paying utilities. Literally, you guys, Town Village Audubon Park, nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. Looking for a great place to retire, but you still have a very active lifestyle? Then visit Town Village. Only requirements that you're 55 plus. Prices per month starting at $24.50. The Gourmet Chef welcomes you to visit our restaurant and bistro. Package includes 3 complimentary meals per day, maid service, free local transportation, monthly coffee club, themed dinner parties, lots of fun. Visit us and call Daniel or Bo at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home. Town Village Audubon Park.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Here we go. On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
Get my woolly man. Boom! I'm dreaming, baby. But guess what? My first dream has already come true. Tonight. It actually hadn't happened. 2 of my dreams have come true. Finally, opening day is here. Oh, man. Welcome into Sports 56 Happy Hour on this beautiful Friday's Eve. I am Johnny Radio. Gabe Coombs with you. We got Isaac Simpson coming up. It's going to be a lot of fun. But again, 2 dreams today have come true. You know, I got my fantasy draft. We're actually with the big one that I'm talking about. We're doing it during the games, so we'll be all watching the games, all Zooming, doing our picks. And by the way, this thing is deep. Do you know how many people are in this league? 20. I've never done more than a 12-man league.
That's gonna be a tough one to win.
You think?
Yeah.
And by the
I
way,
do
I
think.
told you who the the leagues, right? Like, are they going to put me in one of these leagues then? Because I don't work at either one of these places. At any of them. Did I tell you what they're called? The leagues are called? No? Yes?
No.
Okay, I want you to speak back to me right now. I know.
Apologies.
No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm sorry.
No, but no, I didn't know what the league was called.
No,
you didn't tell me that.
Well, what I'm saying is I'm just actually, you know what I'm doing, don't you? I'm patting myself on the back without patting myself on the back. At least I was trying to. You have the fan tracks, you have the fan graphs, baseball prospectus, and then baseball pro. I guess I'll be in probably baseball pro because I think that's probably just a generic thing, like sports broadcasters or whatever. So like, like it is kind of a big deal. Like, because I was talking to one of them, I go, "Wait, you work for 2 companies, so which one are you in?" He's like, "Oh, the original." I go, "Do you still work for them?" He's like, "No, but I ain't changing leagues." That's kind of funny. He doesn't work for them now, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm sure y'all can figure him out if you're on Twitter. Now, I got to mention some great stuff, but before I get to my favorite thing in the whole wide world, and we got to talk about the bubble, because, man, there is some fun stuff. Have you been following any – like, I am not a big NBA. I don't follow a bunch of NBA players, but a lot of the people, obviously, that I follow have been retweeting some of this stuff.
Follow NBA Bubble Life.
Yes.
I'm serious.
I've been crying. That's what I've been seeing it
joke.
everywhere.
Hilarious.
That's what it is, NBA Bubble Life. Dude, I have watched these videos so many times, and I cannot stop laughing, and that's basically – one of the things that I wanted to tell you.
Shotgunning beers. They're playing golf. They're out on pontoon boats.
The way, can we be honest about this? People at the very, very first couple of days were sending pictures of like bad food and complaining. And I understand the first 2 days they had to have the thing stuck up their nose. They didn't have their wristband or the ring, and they were stuck in their bedroom. So they were complaining. Since then, have you been seeing complaining?
Looks kind of fun.
Dude, I was about to say.
I'm not saying like I would want to be stuck there for months at a time, but like some of the entertainment that they have, like they get to go out on pontoon boats. They get to
fishing.
Drink beer. They get to fish. They get to go out on the golf course.
Dude, they get to sit in all those tubs and massages, and they got arcades and hair. Like, dude, they even have people that come in there and do your hair for you. So, like,
they did set up the barbershop. They did.
Dude, they had a barbershop set up. Everything that you could ever imagine. Again, I was laughing at Boban playing golf. That was the funniest video I think I've ever seen in my life.
So I was talking to Eli earlier.
Where do you
he was
get a
talking
golf
about
club
he was
that
talking
long?
about Jonas Valanciunas playing. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Playing golf. How do these guys like? They just have to lean over, like
Dude,
because
special shaft. Just like they got to get special beds, right?
How much do you think it costs to make special golf clubs that are built for 7-footers?
Good thing they're rich.
But if they have a good swing, I bet they could kill the ball.
Dude, think about if they had
the
a
bend on that club.
You remember Ernie Els? How smooth he used to look, like he was barely ever swinging it. And I listened to him talk because I'm not a big golf guy. But one day he was talking, and they were like, they call him the Big Easy, and he's like, "Yeah, when you're as big as me," because I think he's Australian or something. He's like. Something about when he opens up his hip and his hands come, he says, you generate a lot. He doesn't look like he's swinging as hard, but because of the distance that it's traveling, he's actually, by the time the club face gets in where his hips are or whatever, he's like, it's gone from whatever, like 90 to $135. I actually have no idea what golf swings are, but that sounded pretty cool.
And real quick, he is South African. Don't want to give people the wrong idea.
Thank you very much. But can I tell you something? If a South African and an Australian walked in and an Englishman, could you tell the difference between the three?
Could I? I mean, no.
I couldn't either.
But I'm sure people from those countries could probably.
Oh, no, they
pick it out.
can definitely.
Yeah.
Unequivocally. I'm saying just us. I'm talking about me and you today. I realistically, like a guy the other day, I said, "You're Australian." And he's like, "No, I'm English." I'm like, dude.
You can tell. Okay, I roomed with an Australian.
But do you know why I thought he was Australian? He had blonde hair and he was tan, and I guess, it's Memphis.
You can't do that. You got to listen to the inflection in the voice. You got to listen to the dialect of, like, what they're saying. Like, and if you don't know that, it's hard to pick out.
Dude,
but I
the
can
minute
definitely
it's
tell the
foreign-
difference between an Australian and Englishman.
Really?
No question. Yeah.
See, I'm not that good. I'm just not that good. I think I'm also too quick. Do you know what I mean? Like the minute they say something like, "Hey, where are you from?" And I'll
like,
automatically
"Hey, mate."
say Australia because I've always wanted to go, and I'm like, "And it's so far on the other side of the world." But anyway, I want to tell y'all, thank y'all so very much to listen. Today we do have baseball, but Isaac Simpson's joining us at 2:30. So y'all know what time it is. It's about time to get to my favorite segment of the whole day, but I got to tell you something very, very important. Auto, home, life, business. I found out something sad, man. I thought we were had a whole lot of less people that were unemployed right now. I saw a thing that 51 million people are looking for jobs right now. Can you believe that? Like, I literally, after reading that, I just sat down and I just said a little prayer, said thank you so much for the job that I have. I really appreciate it. And again, if anybody out there, and if you're a father, if you're a husband, if you're a father or whatever, do me a favor. Call my friend 901-235-1176. That's 901-235-1176. If your life insurance for your family was tied to your work, there is a very, very inexpensive policy that is literally pennies on the day that can literally save your family, God forbid. And every single person that's hearing me, and I'm going to die one day too. No matter what, we all going to die and we all going to pay taxes. Well, we all going to die. Some people might not pay taxes. Who knows? Maybe they're just crazy, lucky or something. I don't know. Or just dead that would suck poor, which there's a lot of those unfortunate people in this country today too. But death and taxes, it used to be. Right now, the only thing I can think of is death. And if you have your life insurance right now, it was totally tied to business, and now that's gone, you need to go to memphisfarmers.com or again call 901-235. I'm about to give his personal sellout. 901-235-1176. That's 901-235-1176. Call my buddy Chad at memphisfarmers.com. Let's do some hard and wood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Holy moly. Now, so we talked a little bit about Bubble Life. We've talked about the wings. All these things are absolutely hilarious, but I do have to go to the NFL first, okay? And it's for a very, very weird, very, very weird reason. Do you know why that you would think? Why would I lead off with the NFL with all the stuff that's going on in the world?
Because you were wrong, maybe?
Which one was I wrong about?
Oh, never mind. This is not the story you're going with?
Wait, which one was I wrong about?
AB has told the NFL to finish up their investigation on him as far as the rape allegations and everything else.
Dude, I hate you.
And now he says he wants to get reinstated.
Time out. Yes, that's where I was going, but how did you start that out? Listen, was I wrong or was I misinformed yesterday? I was wrong. Yeah.
Wrong.
Yeah. It was kind of more an opinion, wasn't it?
Because I knew dang well he wanted to play. And also, I think we need to start, actually.
Okay,
I think he has some mental health, serious mental health issues.
Well, how do
do
you play if you're suing? Is he going to drop his suits?
It's a
because
good
I did
question.
look those up. He has 3 suits pending.
He changes his mind every other day. He's back and forth way too much. I'm starting to get, what's going on in his head? Can someone please help the man? Seriously.
I hate to say this. I might, who knows, I might be like Antonio Brown, crazy as a loon. Ain't nothing wrong with going to see a shrink, people. I see one. I love it. Do you know how much better it is to talk to a shrink about your wife than talk to your wife about your wife? Woo-wee, let me tell you something. Talk about saving your keister a little bit and actually getting a lot better meals and trusting your meals.
Oh, wow.
So there's a lot of reasons to go out there and have a good mental health. But I can tell you something. I hate throwing that because, again, I don't know. But as a person who is a human being and who's also reading The Spirituality of Imperfection, because I love reading. By the way, though, and it also has Faye Vincent in here. And his quote basically is the reason he loved baseball so much. It is the only game that's close to life where basically errors are part of the game and errors are part of life. Antonio Brown is making so many damn errors that we can't fill up a stat column. He wouldn't be in single A ball anymore. The kid wouldn't. He'd be the dude who the Little League coach just hopes he doesn't come out that year for. So what I guess is why I'm saying I don't know if I'm wrong necessarily, Gabe, which I love how you started, by the way. That was hilarious. But I could be wrong. Like, I do believe that he wants to play, but I do think he has also burnt so many bridges. And the fact that he has that suit, I don't think that dude, Colin Kaepernick didn't sue the NFL until after it was basically done. He was never coming back. He was blackballed. It was over. And all he did was kneel. Did we ever see him have like a rape allegation in a different state? Or
the one part about it, and I mentioned this yesterday, is the fact that he's trying to, like yesterday, he tried to act like he's going out on his own terms. And it's like, no, you're not.
No,
like,
yeah,
you've already burned these bridges. I don't think, like, at this point, like, how erratic he is day in, day out, it's like, why would I even take a chance on the guy? Like, I even a flyer, even for the veteran minimum, like, why would I even bother? And that's where I'm at. And the only thing I've said you're wrong about, and I don't think you're wrong about the fact that he's not probably going to be playing again. The only thing I'm saying you're wrong about is the fact that yesterday when I said, do you think he's actually means that he's going to retire, you did say yes.
Oh, yes.
And that's where I'm sitting. Like, today, it's like the next day he says he wants to get back in the
You're right.
league.
You're okay. You know what? I am wrong again. You're right.
But no, you're not.
I see what you mean.
I know exactly what you meant, though, when you said no yesterday.
Like, yeah, I was thinking more of the line, like, I looked at his career along Hines Ward, and when this dude was on the field, I mean, are you kidding me? I wanted him on my fantasy football team. The dude was worth the popcorn, like, what was it, T.O. said? Like, get your popcorn ready. AB was a baller. And I remember one time he got hit by Vontaze Burfict so hard, and I don't know, has he been normal since that damn game? Like,
was he normal before? That's the question.
That's the weird thing is I didn't hear anything about him until it feels like that. Like
until he left the Steelers.
Yep, and he left he burnt them to the crisp, burned his quarterback to pieces, called the organization racist. Then he goes to the Raiders, acted it on like Hard Knocks like it's the greatest thing in the world. And then, remember when he runs and celebrates when he got released and jumps in the pool? Like, you just lost, I think, $30 million guaranteed. What are you celebrating? Then he goes to the Patriots. What was it, 1 week? 1 week? Oh, my gosh. And you know what that means? And Brady was even letting him stay at his crib. Like, Brady was like, look at my receivers other than Julian Edelman. Man, I don't even know who these dudes are. And I've been working here for 20 years.
Not to mention, based on that first week performance he had with a touchdown, he could have helped that team last year.
Could you imagine how different it would have been against Tennessee if they had AB out there?
Oh, gosh. It really would have. It would have made a lot of difference.
Big time, yes. And the other thing is I just wanted to say before I get off AB, because you were right, I can't believe I spent this much time here, but I do want to ask this because somebody else came in and says, and you're also wrong, he is a Hall of Famer. And maybe I should. If Hines Ward doesn't get in, can Antonio Brown get in? That's how I want to word the question, because Hines is running out of time, people. Look at the people who still have to get in. I think he belongs in. Best blocking wide receiver I've heard from so many different people. 1,000 receptions, 2 Super Bowl rings, played in 3. He's got over 1,332. It has 1,332 yards. Man, I remember weird stuff. Again, Super Bowl MVP. And again, do you know who his quarterbacks were? First 2 years of Ben. Tommy bleeping Maddox, did he not start at like XFL? I think he did.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Look that up because I was the public relations. One of my first jobs out of school was I was a PR specialist over for the Memphis Maniacs. You remember those first jobs out of school? Oh, wait, never mind, you lucky jerk. You could have me as a boss. You're so lucky.
He was in the XFL.
I told you. See, everybody gets out of one of these leagues. Now, so you have a dude.
The Los Angeles Extreme.
He has a dude who is an XFL quarterback. And then he had Cordell Stewart, who, let's just be real, I love you, Slash. You were fun back there. But you ran the ball more than you really threw it all that well. Like Tommy Maddox from the XFL was better at throwing the football than you. And Ben Roethlisberger in his first year out of the Mid-Atlantic, that sorry school. Man, watching him and Byron Leftwich, though, was actually crazy. How did they both... like one was at Marshall and the other one was at where the heck did Ben go? Why can't I think of this?
Miami of Ohio.
That's it, Miami of Ohio. Like, dude, I'm sorry, both of them are hard to kind of remember, but
Overall, it's a hard sell to tell me that Antonio Brown is going to get in the league, especially if he doesn't or get in the Hall of Fame, especially if he doesn't play any more games. Like, the longevity is the problem. Were his stats there for 9 years? Probably, but he has to keep getting those stats.
See, that's the problem.
To be able to get in, and a championship would help.
That would definitely help too. But again, I know that people act like they realistically. Do you think T.O. should have waited as long as he did?
Probably not.
He waited 3 years because you know what? Writers, they hold grudges. You think they ain't gonna hold a grudge against Antonio Brown, man? Like, you seen what's going on with Barry Bonds and all the steroid users in the Hall of Fame? Like, man, yes, there's a couple that are in there, but it's because the writers didn't know. But I'm telling you, man, if you were 100% sure, dude, this thing was on like Donkey Kong. Speaking of being on like Donkey Kong.
Oh, wow, what a transition.
Dude.
Oh, my gosh.
If you want to get down and get dirty, I can't think of two nastier men in this world that probably know how to party, have been in more trouble, have done more outlandish, crazy things than these two guys.
We brought up Mike Tyson earlier. Reason
That's
why
one of 'em.
he is fighting against Roy Jones Jr. And it'll be an 8-round exhibition on September 12th. It'll be a pay-per-view fight. So if you're into that, go ahead and buy it. It's on Triller, which is just a random multimedia company that picked up the fight for them. I don't think HBO or whatever, what have you, ESPN Plus will pick it up, obviously, because it's not really for a fight. It's for a belt or anything. It's an exhibition. I want to know, though, like, are you willing to buy the fight? Are you?
Hold on, can I ask you a question?
And also, I didn't even mention, what am I doing?
I was getting ready to...
I didn't even mention the fact there's an undercard. There's 2 fights that night.
I'm buying this.
And you will know who's in the undercard. Nate Robinson is one of them.
Nate,
former basketball player.
Nate Diggity Dog, who also, by the way, was a great running back as well in college.
Yeah, he was. He's 5'9", short guy. Won the dunk contest. Won the dunk contest.
He's only 5'9", though.
I'm going to read his quote. He says, I wanted to show that I'm a world-class athlete. I played college football, played in the NBA for 11 years, and I'm excited for this venture into the sport of boxing. And guess who he's fighting?
I already know, but...
Jake Paul, the famous YouTuber.
Dude, I'm so upset about this.
He tells Jake Paul, I want all the smoke. He wants all the smoke, so that will be the undercard. Jake Paul versus Nate Robinson.
Now, his brother is the bigger one, by the way, just so
you
know. But he is still 6'1".
I know Nate Robinson's going to smack him.
That's what I was thinking. And by the way, he's 23 years old, though. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he is a baby, so he's got at least youth, and he should be, you know what I mean? I mean, he's 6'1", he's bigger. But I'm just going to say, a 36-year-old Nate Robinson, who was a great college football player, hell of an NBA basketball player, did everything in high school, they said, everything. One of the best all-around, just little athletes you've ever seen in your life. This dude made it to the NBA at 5'9", and you're going to tell me that, what's his name, Jake? Jake Paul, I think, is going to get his brains beat out. I even think his brother Logan would get beat.
You know what I'm concerned about, though, is... Mike Tyson's 54. Roy Jones Jr. is 51.
51?
Like, do you think they can, like, and I know that they're, like, former boxers. They fought a lot of fights, by the way, so the whole CTE, the whole brain injury thing definitely concerns me. But do you think they can take a punch at their age?
Yes.
Like, really? I know they can throw one.
Yes, I still think they can. That's one thing you don't...
8 rounds.
I think they're
8 rounds.
Mike Tyson looks like he's ready to roll. Only thing I'm worried about actually is Roy Jones Jr. Is he going to take this thing serious, or do you think Mike's joking? I'll tell you one thing: I ain't getting in the ring if I ain't taking this thing serious with Mike Tyson. I know he's Roy Jones Jr. I know who Roy Jones Jr. is. Also, the dude's been arrested more times and gotten DUIs and probably has more mugshots than I have pictures of myself. But by the way, speaking of Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr., partied in Vegas. They weren't fighting. Who do you think would throw a better party?
I'm going to go Mike Tyson. I
think Mike Tyson, too, just because I can listen to him. I can't do his voice, but, dude, just listen to him and talk all night.
Now, would I be in attendance at those parties? It might be wild. It might be a little too wild for me, man.
By the way, Tyson's a big pothead. You know that, right?
I would figure. The thing is, like, especially with those guys that have traumatic brain stuff going on, you probably should. It's probably a good idea to go ahead and do that. Because, CBD, the one of the compounds in marijuana actually is a neuroprotectant. It actually helps your brain, especially when you have traumatic brain injuries.
I can't believe you. Man, you are so good. Do you know that he's actually – okay, I'm about to mess your heads up. Do you know what Mike Tyson right now is trying to do?
Is he trying to get into legal marijuana?
He already is in legal marijuana. Are you kidding
What's he
me?
doing now?
Dude has a ranch that is – it's called his Tyson Ranch. They grow cannabis. He also has a university where he teaches people how to grow cannabis at his ranch. But do you know what he's doing right now, honestly? Do you know what he's trying to pitch?
I know that they pitched this fight.
If I had money, I would join in, but I definitely would want to go. He wants to make a cannabis-themed resort. Sprawling, beautiful grounds out in California. He wants to call it the Tyson Ranch, which he already has a Tyson Ranch, so I guess he's stealing that name from his ranch now. But his ambition, like he's even put together a business plan. He wants to have Tyson University, where he does nothing but teach people about the medical and medicinal properties of marijuana. He also wants to teach people how to grow properly, different strands, and cross-pollinate. This is killing me. He had to look up cross-pollinate. Do you think he wrote any of this?
I'm sure he has people that he has hired to do the
so
whole
he just sits
germination
there and
of
tells
it.
them?
Well, no, I wonder how much he knows, because like you have to have a florist to be able to do all this stuff. Like you have to know how to take care of the plant.
Well, here's what he says. I've had 2 surgeries. He said, I've been fighting for over 20 years. He says, my body's got so much wear and tear on it, and I thought I was dead. I was stuck on opioids. I had opioids, had my brain all screwed up. And guess what? People, you are ignorant. Anybody who attaches a stigma, this is definitely him talking, because I can't even read it, attached to cannabis and cannabis-driven derivatives or products is just a liar. Cannabis is the future, and eventually everyone is going to have to get in because opiates are killing people and making them nuts. And he's going to open the first marijuana theme park and also a full university dedicated to medical research of medical marijuana and the proper growing and curing of pot products. This is not a joke. Like, I'm looking at his business
Good for
plan.
Iron Mike, man.
I got to say one thing. He's fighting on September 12th. He's already got, the marijuana ranch, but now he wants to open up a theme resort in California just solely based on weed. Now, can I ask you a question? Disneyland, Tyson's Ranch. Where are you going? No kids?
I was going to say,
right now.
I was going to say, you have to make the distinction about if you have children or not.
That's a good point. That's true.
I don't think you'd bring children to Tyson's Ranch.
I'll tell you one thing. Willie Nelson will probably be at that. He'll go to that theme park. But that is something that is, like, people are laughing at me, but y'all, this is real. And speaking of that, marijuana transition into this. Did you see about how much pot is being smoked in Disney World?
Do they have a number on it, or is it just they said a lot?
Like one of the ladies that was a worker, and she didn't want to be on camera, but like they did. I watched the news clip, and they're like, she's like, the minute I walk in to work, all I smell is marijuana until I leave.
You knew it was gonna happen, like,
dude. Who cares?
They weren't testing for it.
They're not testing for it. They're professional basketball players. What do you think they do? And again, I've been telling you all this for years. I'm just glad I've been finally proven right today. Now, last but not least, because I got to get to Isaac Simpson. Seattle, they got an NHL team. They actually got a name before the Redskins. Yep, they're called the Kraken. Did you know that?
At least they're not the Seattle hockey team. That would be. That would not be a fun one.
That is. We'll be back. This is Sports 56. Never forget my good buddy, Memphis Farmers, Chad Gatlin, 96.1. Isaac Simpson's next on 87.7 FM.
Search Sports 56 on Facebook and give us a like. And follow us on Twitter at Sports 56 WHBQ.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Chris Price here for Brian Elder Roofing. The storms we've had over the past several months have been devastating to our communities. The rainy season is ahead. You may have not even noticed the dripping in your attic, water stains throughout your home, or even worse, mold and mildew. Please call Brian Elder Roofing and we will send out our project managers to assess any damage. We will not try to sell you a roof if all you need is a repair. We will measure your roof from outer space. 0% for 60 months, even no payments till 2022 are available with approved credit. If you've noticed missing shingles, water stains, leaks in your roof, call us before you call your insurance company at 867-0303. That's 867-0303, and we will provide a free, thorough inspection of your roof's condition.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Introducing Peacock, the new free streaming service from NBC Universal. Free timeless hits, free award-winning flicks. Free SVU, free SNL.
Live from New York, it's Saturday night!
Free Below Deck, free Parks and Rec.
Treat yourself.
It's the best of streaming, the best of TV, and best of all, it's free.
All right!
And that's why you can't not watch. Peacock. Stream now at peacocktv.com. These titles plus ET and Do the Right Thing streaming now. Content availability may vary over time.
As you get back to business, small things can make a big difference. Like marking safe distances with floor tape and posting reminders to wash hands. As always, Grainger is here to help, offering supplies and solutions for every industry. Free access to product specialists, 24/7 support, safety recovery guides, and more. It's part of our commitment to help you adapt and recover in these challenging times. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition, and yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses.
Chad Gatlin is your Mid-South Farmers agent, and he's easy to find. Just go to MemphisFarmers.com to get a fast quote or call his office at 901-237-1176. And during this wild time we're all facing, know Chad has you covered. Whether you need to file a claim, get a quote, or just talk about what he can do to give you the absolute best coverage at the best price. Chad is a Memphis man and knows the area and that everyone is different, and he will work to make sure you have everything you need and nothing you don't. Get a fast quote at MemphisFarmers.com or call 901-235-1176.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour
Kick it over here. Kick it.
on Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. Here's your host, John Harden.
Shackles, ball and chain. Listen to the whistle of the evening train. You know you
Bow done, wind up dead. Man, I'm so fired up. Thank you, Jerry, for bringing me back on this beautiful Friday's Eve. And it's a weird day to say July 23rd, but it's baseball's opening day. Now, I'm going to be honest with somebody. I know Isaac very well. I know a lot about Isaac, but Isaac, I don't know. Are you a baseball fan?
I am a baseball fan,
Dude.
and I'm excited, man. I'm like a kid on Christmas morning right now.
All right, so you're kind of like me. All day long, I've been trying to keep myself down, like slow it down, because I know I was a lunatic early this morning, like right when I got up. My girlfriend, Honey, was like, John, if you do this all day, she's like, I'm going to kill you, and probably the people at work will kill you too. So I'm trying to, chill out, but I'm fired up. I got I've done one fantasy draft. I got a really big one tonight during the games, which is going to be pretty awesome. So we're going to be watching the games starting at 6. and it's going to go into who knows midnight with West Coast action with the Dodgers.
Yeah.
And what's left of the San Francisco Giants. But yeah, I'm fired up. So you like anybody tonight?
I mean, in the two games, I think you got to go with the Yanks and the Dodgers tonight.
Easy,
but I think that's easy money. But I'm excited, man. I didn't think you had asked me this a month and a half ago. They were talking about this was going to start, and I was like, yeah, you're right. I don't think they're going to be pulling off. But man, we're here, and we're actually going to have baseball. I'm excited about it. I wasn't sure this day was actually going to happen.
Look, Buster Only, I love. Tim Kirchin's one of my favorite people. He did, like this day in history kind of kept me, at least baseball, not, just like I wasn't in tears every day. I would have all these wonderful memories or whatever. But, listening to Buster Only on MLB Network or ESPN or Twitter or wherever the heck you get your news, he was such a doomsday that I honestly got to the point where I didn't think that baseball had a chance in bleeping what. And then the testings, came out and it didn't look good. But then everything's kind of chilled out for baseball. It looks like baseball's doing well. If Blue Jays can find a place to play, baseball's going to go off without a hitch. But holy cow, did you think the bubble in a week would have zero positive tests?
Man, that's amazing. It just shows. It just seems like, and I talk about this all the time. It just seems like the NBA gets it right. I mean, with all aspects. I mean, I think they're the standard for professional sports. If the NBA is doing something, you should probably do it too. Because the bubble, I mean, like a zero positive test. I think that's absolutely amazing. And I was skeptical of it at first, but man, it seems like it's working brilliantly. And I think they're going to be able to pull it off. So. I never thought we'd see probably a week where you had zero tests, man. But that's absolutely amazing that they've been able to do what they've been able to do down there in Orlando.
Man, I'm impressed. But I did kind of get a little bit of laugh. Did you hear about my man Holmes? And I ain't talking John. Did you hear about him going to get some wings and leaving the bubble?
Yeah, Rashawn Holmes for the Sacramento Kings, man. I think it was Postmates. I think they said went out there had to get those wings, man. I understand, man. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man, to get you some good old hot wings.
Man, I do understand that. Sometimes, man, your stomach just tells you gotta do something else. Honestly, I thought it was a swipe. What is it? Swipe left? Is that? Do you want to go left or right?
Would you be like on?
I know it's righty tighty, lefty loosey when it comes to like tightening things, but what about the tender?
Yeah, I think it's right. Right, yeah, I think it's right, yeah.
But where'd Tinder come from? Oh, never mind. You're talking about the bubble. You're talking about the bubble. Okay.
Yeah.
Unequivocally, I didn't think he was getting Postmates.
Man.
Yeah. I definitely thought I didn't think he left to go get wings, believe it or not. And I definitely didn't believe the one that said he was getting posted, like whatever, Postmates or something. I was like, no way, that's crazy. Now,
well, did they let him eat the wing? Also, I have a question. Did they let him eat the wings, or were they contaminated too?
Yeah, that's the question, man. I don't know. Interesting. But man,
John's got that perplexed face on.
Kind of like when Eli said no to the Kim Kardashian thing. Like I hadn't figured out. Do we ever find out if you get paid? Because if they never get divorced, no always lasts. But see, it's like one of those things. I'm very perplexed again. But now there's a lot of things that are perplexing, and I will say the NBA has gotten it right. Now the NCAA, we haven't heard anything from Mark Emmert. We don't know what's going on with football. We're still waiting. I think, honestly, next week is going to be huge for college football. We've heard what I don't know if you saw this. Did you see what they're going to do for high school in Alabama?
I have not. What's going on there?
Oh, so you don't know about this? Did you know it's essential?
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah, in Alabama, they labeled
high school football
is essential. Yes, it is an essential thing. So they are going ahead as planned. They got full practices, nothing. They're just rolling. I did see a lady interviewed, and I had to say something. I honestly, my heart broke for her child because I thought to myself, like, you shouldn't have a child. Like, that's just the worst thing I've ever heard in my life, and it really made me sad. But I'll be praying for these kids, and I do want and I said it yesterday. I want every single senior, every single kid to get the opportunity, but especially seniors, because there is something magical about your senior year. You know, when you go off to college, if you are lucky enough to go play at college, it's a job. High school, there's more magic. Do you know what I mean? And I just really, really hope and pray that everybody gets an opportunity to have that senior year, because I just don't even know what it would be like to work your tail off and then all of a sudden, it's your year to start, and then next thing you know, coronavirus happens, and you don't even get to play anymore, and your high school career's over. You don't make it to college, and that's that. So I'll be praying for the positive. And speaking of praying for the positive, do you think the Tigers, All-American, all day long, all day strong, and it goes off without a hitch?
And it's going to be interesting. I don't know, because you see so many different things. Different conferences are announcing different things. It seems like there's no cohesiveness to it, and I think we do see football at some point, but I don't think it's in the fall. I think if we do have football, I think it's going to be in the spring. I just don't see how you pull this off right now. I mean, we're like a month out from when this thing's supposed to get kicked off, and you have, I know the Sun Belt announced that they're pushing things back to September 3rd, which for Memphis, Arkansas State, that would fit right in line with that. But man, I don't think we see football this fall. I'd be shocked. I think we do see it at some point, but I think it'll be sometime in 21 before we actually get this thing kicked off. I think we could see something. I think college basketball has a better chance of going off than football does.
Really? Now, the only thing I'm going to ask you is because I know Mike Oresco and I hear him talk constantly. He likes to say the P6. He doesn't want to be, basically separated and pushed away into that other league. I feel like if, we have Big Ten, they do, all conference and they play, maybe a little bit later in the middle of September. I think if the SEC, I think if the, Big Ten, the PAC, all these major Power 5 conferences that he always likes to say he's part of. And I agree, the American is the 6th best conference in the country.
Yeah, it definitely should be.
And by the way, sometimes it's better than the deadgum Pack, or sometimes better than, let's be real. It's also, I think a couple times it's been better than the Big 12.
Big 12, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I look at this, and I look at Mike Oresco, the man, and I'm going to wonder, do you think, as prideful as he is, that if they have football in mid-September, that he'd be able to go back and push it back farther? Because I just don't think if the SEC, the other power conferences, I don't think he's ever going to want to do anything that's not part of the Power 5, because he believes the American is part of like this Power 6 thing, and he's trying to push that, and I don't think anything's going to change.
Yeah, I can see that for it, definitely. I mean, he pushes this Power 6 thing, and he believes in that. If the SEC and some of these other conferences are playing, I do think that he will try to make it work. Again, I'm just skeptical. I think, and I've long said this, I think, and I know people, again, get upset when you say things like this. I think the virus is going to have another resurgence here in the fall and the winter, and I just think I don't know. We'll see. I hope that I'm wrong, and I hope we're able to do this. But, again, I agree with your point there with Oresco. If the SEC and the other conferences are playing, he's gonna try to make it work. So if that does come to fruition, I think they're gonna try to play. I don't know if they'll be able to continue. I just think if you have multiple tests on certain teams, you might have one team have 8-9 guys, let's say on their defense, for instance, test positive. What are you gonna do in those situations? I just think it's gonna be hard to pull off when they're not gonna be able to test the same way the professional sports do. And I just think it's gonna be an issue, just especially when you're dealing with so many players, so many teams, different conferences. I just think it's going to be hard to pull off, man. But we'll see. But I'm skeptical, especially when you're dealing with amateur athletes that aren't paid for their services. I think it's going to cause a lot of issues, man. But I think money-wise, NCAA is going to try to make it happen. We all know they're about that dollar, so they're going to try to make it happen. But we'll see.
And we will see. We will see. Now, everybody knows we talk with Isaac Simpson every single Thursday at Isaac_Rivals, one of the hardest working journalists out there, period. Always keeping you locked and loaded. He knows everything about what's going on with Memphis Grizzlies. By the way, we got a Memphis Grizzlies game to talk about tomorrow, don't we?
Man, we do.
Opening day and then
I'm
a Grizzlies
excited,
game
man.
tomorrow. Man, things are looking up, brother. I'm sorry. I'm kind of feeling good. Speaking of things that are looking up, man, I was happy for Houston when Mike Miller left. I was a little concerned, I'm not going to lie. But after getting Musa, after you go out and grab Mr. Morris, are you now starting to feel like, hey, I don't even need to bring in, worry about that second, that next, the third chair basically until they're bringing something with them almost maybe. Penny looks like he's,
man,
it's just going good, if you know what I'm saying. He's living his best life.
Yeah, man, they're killing it over there. I mean, Arterio Morris committed 5-star. 2022 kid, and I don't think it's a surprise that he committed. I mean, he's originally from Memphis, moved to Dallas. Now he's going to be playing out prolific prep if they do have a season this year. Same high school as Jalen Green graduated from out in California. He's a kid originally from Memphis. He's always said that Memphis was his dream school. I think kind of surprising that he committed this early. I think it was always probably headed to he ended up in Memphis at some point. But to get that commitment, I think is big for Penny because, I mean, you already got your point guard locked in for 22. So when you recruit other guys, he's like, I got a 5-star point guard. You know what you're getting. You know who you're going to be playing with. So I think he can help recruit other guys. So I think it's really positive to get that recruitment, that commitment done. And I mean, they're offering guys for 22. They're offering guys for 23. I mean, they're working over there. Cody Toppert was the lead recruiter on Arteria Morris, and he's doing a fantastic job up there. So shout out to my guy Top. I mean, they're just continue to roll it, man. They haven't even filled that spot yet, man. They're still bringing in guys, and we know how big the commitment of Musa was. I mean, that changes the entire outlook for this upcoming season. So, man, their demise was greatly exaggerated, man. They're still doing big things over there at the University of Memphis, man. I think that's going to continue.
And I always wanted to ask you this. The demise that a lot of people talk about, I kind of think is a lot of BS because I feel like this. Memphis was dealt a hand. The best two players in the city were under 6 feet tall. One of them was 5 feet, 8 inches, and Tyler Harris. Now, if you look at Penny's team, like basically everybody's going to be at least 6'2" and taller, long, athletic, play different positions. He's got monsters down in the paint. He's got guys that can shoot. He's got guys that can dribble, do a lot of things. I have a feeling that Mr. Morris is going to continue to grow as well.
Yeah.
And you look around, even in again next year's team, from DJ Jeffries, he's playing that 3 at 6'7", 6'8". I feel like you're going to have a few monsters out there. Now we saw a monster lineup last night. That was crazy with Bol and everything in Denver.
Joker at point guard, and I mean they wilded out down there.
That was a trip. But man, when you look at this team, Memphis, I feel like Penny was. You had to get the two top people, and he was able to pull that. And that kind of just gave him a little bit of that cred that, he was here. But I don't think it was ever really going to work. And I think he figured that out in college. You got to have some size and athleticism. So now you look at these, the recruiting classes. Yes, we know what happened with Wiseman. That was just unfortunate. But, man, Musa, Malcolm Dandridge looks like a beast again this year. I keep telling every time when I saw him, man, again, He's got to be about, 255 now, it feels like. Dude, he looks...
Oh, no doubt.
Dude, he is stacked, yo. And then Musa is a shot-blocking machine. He's going to be, 6'11", 7 feet tall. Lester, is he going to make some shots this year? I promise. I think he will. But what is he, 6'4", 6'5"?
Yeah, 6'6", actually.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
he's 6'6"?
Yeah.
See, do you think that the Tyler Harris, ALO, and as much as I'm sure he loved those, young guys and those small, did he realize that dadgummit, if I'm going to win and play big-time basketball and play against the guys like Cal and, go up against Coach K, I got to get some big bodies up in here?
Yeah, if you've listened to Penny Hardaway since he's taken the job, if you kind of read the tea leaves a little bit, he's always implied that the type of team that he wanted was long, tall guys with length, guys with athleticism, and Tyler Harris really didn't fit that mold. And I think that's kind of one of the reasons. I'm not saying that Penny pushed him out or anything, but I think that's kind of the reason why you've seen him move on. I think Penny and Arteria Morris is an example of that. A kid, 6'4", point guard right now. And I think he has 2 more years. He could end up 6'6", 6'7" easily by that time. And I think you look at Penny, he was 6'7" playing point guard. I think that's kind of always been his envision, especially for his guards. And I think the team that he has this year fits that mold a lot more. I mean, you got big guys, Boogie Ellis, 6'3", 6'4", at point guard. You got Lester Keonis, who is solid. I mean, 6'6", probably 225, 230, big guard back there. I mean, you got Musa to lit with him. You got Malcolm Dandridge. I think this team fits more of its image than what we saw the first couple of years. And I think going forward, I think these are the type of guys that he's going to continue to recruit. I think he's put an offer out to Chandler Lawson. He definitely fits that. These long, athletic guys that can get up and down the court and play that NBA-style offense. I think that's what he's been looking for the entire time that he's been here. And I think we're starting to see that process come to fruition now with the type of guys that he's bringing in. So I agree with you there. I do think that, I mean, he brought those guys in, Tyler Harris, ALO, big guys out of Memphis. I think he had to recruit those guys when he first got here. But I think now we're seeing them start to to get the team more of his image and the kind of guys that he wants on his roster.
Man, check out TSR Live. Go to TigerSportsReport.com. Never forget to follow at Isaac_Rivals and tune in every single Thursday. That's Friday's Eve, baby, at 2:30 as we rap about the Tigers. And heck, man, if you get Williams, man, that's even more height. I could rap all day with you. Hey, be good out there. Enjoy the baseball, Isaac.
Will do, man. Let's play some baseball, man. Talk to you guys next week.
Man, talk next week. That's my friend Isaac Simpson. We'll be right back. Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
It's R&R on sports.
The word is out about R&R on sports, where you've heard interviews from
Ken Griffith Jr., Dr. J, Hank Aaron, and many, many more.
R&R on sports, Saturday mornings, 10 a.m., Sports 56, 87.7, and 96.1. Don't miss us.
All 75 months at 3.14 APR, G4, LHF 07822, Outlander LUO 28772, Eclipse LZO 16320. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 59875 excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
Drive your ambition with a new ride from Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. 2020 Mitsubishi Mirage G4, $149 a month with 41 MPG highway, or buy for $12,435. 2020 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport is ready for any adventure at $229 a month, or buy for $18,533. And cross over to summer in a 2020 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross. Only $19,147 or $239 per month. And better yet, they're all backed by a stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Mirage G4, $149 a month. Outlander Sport, $229 a month. And Eclipse Cross, $239 a month. Feel safe and confident while shopping at Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike. Or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
At Jason's Deli, you can stuff yourself full of great deli food that's healthy, fresh, and best of all, it's not expensive. Jason's Deli is all about choice. Whether you're looking for a gluten-free menu, vegetarian sandwiches, healthy kids' meals, or if you'd like to invent your sandwich via the build-your-own selections, Jason's Deli has you covered. And they only use fresh, wholesome ingredients. Choose from the club and specialty sandwiches, paninis, wraps, soups, salads, pastas, and much more. I love the cleanliness in the restaurant, the hospitality, and of course the cost. They have a huge salad bar and great soups, including Southwest chicken chili, fire roasted tortilla, organic vegetable, tomato basil, and many, many more. And if you're planning an event, their catering department is fantastic and can handle any size party. Go check out Jason's Deli's 4 locations. On Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, that's my favorite, on Germantown Parkway in Cordova, at Poplar and Highland, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch.
Eat well and stay healthy with Sweetgrass Next Door's to-go and delivery service. From shrimp and grits to pork chops to chocolate chip cookies and more, feed your need. Located in the heart of Cooper Young Midtown, Sweetgrass Next Door makes for an easy to-go, pickup, and delivers to all of Midtown, most of downtown, and even East Memphis locations. For more information, visit online sweetgrassmemphis.com or call 901-278-0278 to place your order today.
We are Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM, 96.1 FM, and 87.7 FM. As well as online around the world at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere on your phone or tablet by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, tell Google or Alexa to play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned to Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition, and yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Let's go!
On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. Here's your host, John Harden.
face of the plateau. Some belong to strangers and some to folks you know. Holy ghosts and talk show hosts are planted in the sand to beautify the foothills, shake the many hands. There's nothing on the top but a bucket and a mop and an illustrated book about birds. You see a lot up there, but don't be scared. Who needs Jackson when you got words?
Welcome back into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour, the last segment of the day with your buddy Johnny Radio and at G_Coon71, the great Gabe Coon. We're going to pass off the baton to Wolo and Stats. They're going to drive you home from 3 to 6 as it is opening day in the nation's capital. That's right, Nationals, Max Scherzer, Yanks, Garrett Cole. Don't worry, Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton are playing. Their lineup looks nasty. By the way, Dirty Sanchez, DJ LeMahieu, Gleyber Torres. Oh my goodness, Luke Voit, your buddy. They're just nasty. Oh, speaking of buddies, 901-406-1101. Why don't you call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses? Bing, bang, boom. Guess what I just did? I just sold your house on opening day. How nice is that? Now you can go place a bet. 901-406-1101. It's any house. It's literally any area as is, and it's as simple as that. Get out there, make you, if your house has been on the market for 3 months, why? Literally. I know coronavirus is going on, but guess what? 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Say it with me. Put it in your phone. 901-406-1101. You give them a call. Guaranteed to close in 5 days. Just sold your house. You can thank me later. But it is opening day, but I got to bring this up to you really fast. Are you ready for this one? This one's going to, I think, mess you up, buddy.
Go for it.
Bryce Harper. Do you think the Mookie Betts contract, 12 years for $365 million, makes his deal at 13 years and $30 million look like a damn bargain?
I mean, as you progress through years, I think it's sort of like money grows.
Yes, it does.
It changes, but I don't know. It's very interesting because Bryce Harper is one of those guys who sort of he'll have a very on year and then a off year. Look, man, I don't know if I can even compare those really.
It's very interesting. Well, I don't
know if I'd call it a deal at any point though.
Here's the reason I bring it up, because he is going bananas right now. He's actually going to Twitter. He's going on the radio. I need to reach out to him. He's yelling at everybody right now. He's come out and said 13 years, $330 million. Go pay. JT is already making 20. What is JT Realmuto making right now? 20. He's the highest paid catcher. He's making 20 deadgum million. He wants them to make $28 million a year. I'm sorry. He's only making $5.9 million this year. He's a free agent. He wants him to. He says you pay him $28 million a year and get the deal done now. Like, can Harper come out and talk like that to the organization? I understand you're a $330 million 13-year dude, but man, that's having some you-know-what on you. Bryce, pay JT now. My contract is cheap. Okay. $330 million cheap. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I think $100 is a lot of money. If you want to help fight coronavirus, check out my friends. Literally, I'm not joking, Plasma Biologics. In August, they're going to give you, I told y'all that y'all are not just helping people with COVID-19. You're helping the country. You're helping everyone. They're also compensating you for your time. How are they compensating you? $100 in August. Did you hear what I just said? $100. Plasma Biologicals. 866-END-CV19. That's 866-END-CV19. Get your $100. Call them. Schedule an appointment. $100, man, that's easy money. And again, think about all the people you're helping. And you're getting a little bit of cheddar. I can't think of anything better, except for it is opening night tonight. Have to say, go Dodgers and go Yanks. And whatever y'all do, get out there, make this world a better place. I'll see y'all on the flip side. Peace.
Do your thing and rep your hood. The world is all yours, but still we all grind. Forever in a day, the choice you make is really all fine.
Hey everybody, all the new 2020 Silverados are right here in